Good evening, everyone. We are back in week 3 clinical research second session with data capturing in decentralized clinical trials using AI tools. In previous session, we discussed about what are decentralized clinical trials, remote recruitment, digital recruitment, platforms, e-consent, app-based monitoring. In today's session, Dr. Sriharan sir delivers the data capturing in decentralized clinical trials using AI tools and introduction to Swalife AI tools. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Hi all, good evening all. Today we are going to see about yesterday class we see about what is decentralized trial, what is fundamental, how to implement, what are the best practice we want to follow. Today this session should be covered on AI tool. What is the uses of AI tool? How the AI give very helpful in DCT trial. We are going to see about that. The evolution of clinical trial data collection. Yesterday itself we know traditional approach AI enhanced. In traditional approach, the all should be in a paper-based data collection and should be site-centric alone. The research takes place in site-centric manner and manual data entry process alone. There is no uses of any electronic equipment and lifetime visibility, limited in real-time visibility. Why means if the data should be valid after the 1 month or after once in a month or twice in a week, there is no real-time validation. Higher error rate will come. While we enhance the enhanced DCT trail, the DCT trail is another form of the remote and modern electronic trail. While we enhance the AI and DCT trail, which will give the best result in our research. What are the things the AI enhanced in the DCT trails are? There is the automated capture. There's no need for any paper-based data collection. The use of e-consent, ECFR, likewise we can do, and patient-centric monitoring using EPRO, so that we are interacting the patient in a day-to-day manner or in a daily basis of their report we can get. And real-time validation, we are checking the data very immediately, so we can catch the error. And predictive analytic, identifying the risk, forecasting their using AI can forecast the risk. And data quality, it gives the pure data quality, avoiding the high rate of error, likewise using AI enhanced DCT. Here the using AI we can achieve these are the quality metrics of it. We can achieve 73% reduction in data entry, and we can achieve 45% of faster patient recruitment using AI DCT trial. And we also decrease the patient dropout and improve the patient retention 60%. These are the quality metrics have give best impression in DCT trial. What are the core of AI technology in DCT capture? Natural language processing. The natural language is processing nothing but the unstructured data. Using AI, we can give it in a structured data. We can very deeply see in upcoming slide. Machine learning algorithm, nothing but using AI algorithm. We identifying the patient patterns and their history, their integration. Likewise, we also see more in art. And computer vision is nothing but computer vision image. Vision is also another point of image. It means while we doing the DCT lab values, the imaging technology. Likewise, we want to take that image in a processing manner. So computer vision. These are the core element today we are going to see. So introduction to the telemedicine portal. The telemedicine portal is nothing but that is a platform for interaction between the patient and clinician. Because while we doing a DCT trial means there should be a fully remote alone. So the patient consultants takes place only in the video conference alone. So telemedicine portal play major role. It also play major role in video conference, video consulting also, and data integration also. So this portal play major role. This is the backbone of the DCT trail. Without telemedicine also called as a mobile health unit. Without this, we cannot achieve the clinical assessment of the patient. The key features of AI-powered telemedicine portal. Now, before we see the telemedicine, now what is the AI-powered telemedicine portal? Yes, virtual consultation using AI. virtual consultation should be scheduled, and mobile integration nothing but you can come to the trail through your mobile itself. There is no need of any you want to come in a laptop. There is no need of any web camera, nothing. No, based upon the user access, we accessing their condition and their position. So remote mobile integration takes place. Intelligent scheduling is nothing but scheduling the patient visit or screening. So using AI can schedule, depending upon the patient free time, the AI can schedule. And enhanced security is nothing but the data production of the individual participant. Real-time data validation. So data validation is very much important. Yesterday's will be deeply see on it. So while the real-time data validation can prevent the entry error, can and it also avoid the forecasting error. For example, while we doing a manual paper based trial traditional means, the data validation is once in a month or twice in a month. So if that should be a cost of data error or the cost of post HOC assessment also be happen. So using this real time data validation, we can achieve the post HOC assessment also. We can check immediately, and it will give the accuracy and validation of the data throughout the study using the real-time data validation. Then next one, patient engagement through the AI. So what are the patient benefits while using the AI and DCT trails? Are personalized communication. So we are giving the personalized communication individual. So every individual person they have a personalized communication through their message or phone call or through their Google Meet. So individual person perspection is takes place. Another one is automated reminder. If you have any tablet you want to take, if you have any consult any video consult that you want to come, so that should be auto reminder. Using this auto reminder we can achieve the medication adherence 100%. Why means poor medication adherence will be takes place. Using this automated reminder we can achieve the medication adherence in a effective manner. Predictive support. Using this AI can predict the disease pattern of the disease, who can the fit for the trial, who are not unfit for the trial, and it also identify the safety risk of the patient, whether any deviation or any forecast risk will happen in future. Using this predictive support we can achieve continuous monitoring. Why means this is a category, continuous data category. So we can monitor the continuous data and continuous verification, continuous versioning takes place. So there should be a continuous monitoring throughout the trial dashboard overview. The dashboard is nothing but overview of our trial. Overview, what is happening from the top to bottom. The dashboard will be give the detail availability, detail process of our trial. Using this dashboard itself, we can identify whether the trial is going on in the right pathway or whether any drawback in the trial. Likewise, it's very useful. Nowadays, it also have in like in a software or like in an app itself. We can download in a Play Store or Google Play. We can download that, and I mean in a laptop we can install the software respective vendor. We can install, we can view the dashboard. So using this dashboard, the real-time analytic, the continuous data processing can be watched by sponsor, investigator, CRO, and also regulatory. Also, we can show the proof for daily day-to-day basis of the clinical trial. And intelligent alarm, if any deviation, if any problem arise means, using this dashboard itself we can identify it. Also give the alert to the dashboard in a primary notification, so major alert notification, so we can identify stockholder view. So the clinical trial is not depend upon one person, so stockholders should be happen, expertise should be happen, authorized person should be involved in trial. So it can easily view the point of view of sponsor, what are the sponsor roles and responsibility, what are the sponsor want to do, whether what are the bendings having, what are the things to be do faster, whether there is things in lag. Likewise we can view the stockholder view and performance of the stockholder, performance of the patients also. We can see this is mobile access. Before I'm saying itself mobile access, we can simply download the app from the Play Store or Play Store or App Store, we can install the app. You can also view in a phone itself. Dashboard architecture and integration. Architecture is nothing but the what are the component core component in the dashboard. Electronic data capture system, ECD. Why means it is very important. Through this alone, the data should be captured from the wearable device, app, and cloud storage, and wearable device feed. So depending upon the wearable device feed alone, the data capturing is gathering and integration takes place. So wearable device feed we can identify it in every minute or every 10 minutes. We can identify it in a real-time manner. So lab related information any related to if the studies takes place in diabetes mean the glucose control. Likewise, we also seen the laboratory information system. Patient PRO, EPRO also say the site management platform. Whether the site means we are doing a different site location above the 150 side or 50 side depending upon their site selection. Oh, I means DCT is not done by the only one site. So there is multiple site should be followed during the DCT. So site management or platform also we can see. And AI processing layer, what the AI doing here? Data harmonization, verifying, validating the data, validating the data using engine, and predicting analytic model using they can predict the risk and any deviation. Natural language process using this natural language process, unstructured data changed into structured data using the patient description. And anomaly detection is nothing but any identification of any risk, trend, kappa, likewise. This is the predictive analytic in trial management. Historical data analysis. While predicting analytical takes place in clinical management, historical data analysis is nothing but using electronic health record. We can analyze their medical history, previous medical history, past medication history, past medical history, past surgery history. We can easily access. So using that, we can access the history data analysis also. We can access using the predicting analytic model and risk stratification, whether the AI algorithm used to identify whether the patient fit for the trial, not fit for the trial, whether the patient have risk of deviation in the trial. Likewise, we can also identify the risk stratification, resource optimization. So what are the resources we want? What are the resources we have? Likewise, we can forecast using this resource optimization. Timeline forecasting. Timeline forecasting nothing but how long the trial is going on, when to complete, whether there is a delay in process will be take place. Likewise, we can achieve to the timeline forecasting. Understanding patient PRO, understanding the patient report outcome is nothing but we are deeply seen in the following last classes, last before classes. PRO is in, you want to remain one thing. The PRO is nothing but patient voice, patient perspective. So traditional PRO challenges, there have a large fatigue question, large sometimes there are irrelevant question, lengthy question which make the patient tired, and data quality issue also. They while we maintaining manual, some data should be missed or some data should be entered wrongly. Manual data issue also happen. Timing problem also take which some you are taking the survey for very deep means it also take time problem. So patients also make a distract from the question and limited in personalized views. Why personalized view mean if you go with EPRO, there is have a lot of personalized view. I'm telling in upcoming slide. So there have nothing. If you giving the paper means some patient have a vision problem, they not able to read, and there is no any NLP, natural language processing. So these are the limited in personalization. AI enhanced PRO solution. Adaptive questionnaire is nothing but only asking the relevant question, removing the unrelevant question. That is our adaptive questionnaire. We next slide we can say very deeply. And real-time validation, we are immediately checking and validating. There is no delay of validation. Smart scheduling using this AI PRO, we can make a smart schedule depending upon the patient freeness, patient time. We not pushing the patient to give the answer immediately. Do it now itself. We are not giving any strict time management. Likewise, personalized interventions using PRO. If some patient have age 50 or 60, immediately the font size should be changed. Font size should be increased. Why means they some paper some people have a eye problem. They have eye insight problem. So automatically font size should be increased. If the patient have a difficulty in understanding language, there is a support of multi-language support. Multi-language support also take place. So this is a personalized intervention. So adaptive questionnaire technology is nothing but asking relevant question. For example, while adapting the AI in a relevant question, you asking the first question, you have any pain experience for past 3 days while in osteoarthritis study mean patient say no itself, no itself in a initial stage itself, the AI skip the pain related question. So it also time consuming also, it also give the patient burden also very less. Due to this, the person burden also less to replying the question. Likewise, adaptive questionnaire technology, using this adapting this technology, we will give the relevant answer to the patient, so rather than asking unrelevant question to the patient. For example, if you are doing research related to COPD means the BMI is no needed. So instead of that you are asking BMI weight, your height weight, that is not important, so it will make a time longer. So this is the adaptive questionnaire technology. Natural language processing for PRO. So natural language processing is a very important and very initiative and advanced tool in PRO in DCT trade. Why I'm saying means it changing the unstructured language to the structured language, because the patient say their language is different from the medical term. They say I have a severe headache, someone punching in my head. Likewise, my head is paining. Someone put a large stone in my head. That like my paining. They give the exploratory statement during the train. Sometimes the clinician should not get to the point what the patient telling or the patients are symptoms. So using this AI can give the structured data process. We can say C is in a deep text input. First of all, we want to input the patient descriptive, patient narrative. For example, patient saying, I am very tired. I have a mild headache during afternoon. I don't know why. And if you give medication, while I'm taking the medication, sometimes I have a feel of nausea occasionally. That like he's saying. So doctor say that is normal. You no need to worry about this. Likewise, we say doctor, but in some cases it will lead to the serious cause also. So that point of the time, this is the text input from the patient. Next, NLP processing. NLP processing is nothing but identifying their terms. Likewise, extract the symptoms. Here, the extracted symptoms is what? Patients say, I feel very tired, and mild headache. This is the symptoms. Now, after extracting this symptom, identifying their severity. Identifying their severity. What is their severity? They have high, very tired. That is a high severity. Mild headache. That is should be mild. Severity in size is mild. After identifying their severity, we want to come to the point about detecting their outcome, identifying their outcome. After outcome identification, that is a data structure, nothing but three is a data structure. While identifying these point of the things, extract their symptoms and they identifying their severity and diagnosing their term and giving the out outcome of their descriptive narrative descriptive. So using it can identify the unstructured data into structured data, so it is very useful for the patient perspective narrative. Sometimes the patient narrative is very different, so using this AI can be catch the what the person is saying, what the person is trying to convey to us. Likewise, we can catch easily. Quality review, the final check is quality review, whether the symptoms is reliable to our clinical attention, want to clinical attention should be need. So the quality reviews should be given in a last step for the NLC. So it give the answer for the whether we give the clinical attention or not to the patient narrative descriptive. Clinical reporter outcome DCT, nothing but we know the patient report outcome. That is a patient voice. This is a clinician voice. You simply know that it is an, nothing no much more about that. This is a clinical voice related to their clinical, what are the clinical decision they take, what is the clinical condition of the patient. That is a clinician voice. Remote clinical assessment challenges. There are OI means we are doing a trial in remote means there should be clinical assessment challenges. It will be arise. That is a nature. OI means there is a difference between in person and remote analysis. So standardization is should take place. OI means we are doing a multi-center trial. So multiple doctor should be taken care by the patient. So different doctor follow a different approach. So there should be variability should be caused based upon their doctor diagnosis. The variability is simply caused because different doctor have different style. Their style is different for treating the patient. So every doctor follow the different style. Limited physical examination, yes, and totally video conference clinical assessment only. So in person, lack of there is a lack of physical examination. Why means sometimes patient experience any changes in their eye, the changes in their skin color means in video conference we cannot identify it clearly. When we seeing in person, we can identify why your color is changed, why your nail color is changing, why your tongue color is changing. That is the identification of one severe major side effect. So during the video consultant, we cannot achieve technology barrier. Sometimes the clinician is not up to knowledge about the technology. So the technology barrier also takes place. Documentation burden. Why means if we in trial have different document and physician or clinician have the different documentation. Why means in trial we follow the consent form, EPRO, ECRF. Likewise we go, but clinicians also want to document their process. Why means apart from the trial, clinicians also maintain the record of the patient. While the clinician fails to maintain the record, it will be a question raised from the regulatory authority. So documentation burden also take place. Why means we are doing the research in a large scale manner. So large patients should be involved. So we want to put the individual document for the every patient. So documentation burden is happen. AI-powered clinical decision support tool. So, while during the DCT, AI can give the clinical decision support for the clinician, investigator, and CRO, and the statistical, and likewise, they give the clinical decision support. Using AI can deliver the some of the supportive to the clinical research. Data integration. Here, the first point is data integration. Data integration is nothing but we are getting the data from the multiple point. So the integration is a main thing to give the clinical decision support. Why means we are using the data integration, electronic health record, wearable device feed, app, cloud storage, their patient registry. Likewise, we are gathering data from that, and we are giving the comprehensive review of the patient, which this is very which will use for the clinical decision support. Patient recognition, sorry, pattern recognition. Pattern recognition nothing but using this clinical decision support word, we can identify the algorithm bias. We can identify the who have the patient have high risk in the participation in the research, who have a high risk of a patient that have deviation in the result, and any deviation in the protocol, any safety related issue. Evidence based recommended. They also give some evidence based previous research, previous guidelines, traditional guidelines, previous the government FDA or National Health Institution followed guidelines. He also gives the evidence based recommendation during the trial. Quality assurance. So automated validation ensure the quality assurance throughout the study while doing the DCT. Standardizing remote assessment. So while we traditional approach, we have a manual protocol interpretation. While we doing any changes or any deviation in the protocol means manually we want to do. While we AI enhanced processes, automated protocol guidance. If the amendment come from the protocol, it automatically alert system to give the dashboard, and automatically the protocol guidance should be changed from the e-consent form, EHRF, database. Likewise, it will automated change from the top to bottom value to. While we are doing the manual research, we want to change from the manually. We want to change the paper-based tool. Manually, we want to change the paperwork documentation. So it manual interpretation is a high burden. Variable assessment technique. Likewise, before I'm saying that different doctor follow different technique. So while we AI enhanced process, standardized assessment workflow. We are giving the standardized guidelines to the physician. You want to ask this kind of the question. You want to never miss this kind of the question. So that should be equally equally distribute by equally cover using this workflow. Inconsistent documentation. Yes, sometimes we poor due to our burden, we documentation is very poor in manual train. Due to the AA enhanced, due to the AA enhanced. Sorry, 1 minute. Due to the due to the AA enhanced, we can so we can get the real-time real-time documentation support in a immediate manner. So limited data quality visit. So here the continuous data quality matrix, I'm giving the quality matrix each time. So there is no refinement interactive method takes place, feedback method takes place. Here the continuous quality method, quality monitoring method takes place. Post HOC error correction. This is main important thing. Why means if you are submitting the report to the concerned authority, after that you arrive some report, some error. So this is the post HOC error correction, which will give the delay in the research, also delay in the approval also. So while we doing the real time validation, we immediately checking, verifying, and versioning. So we can achieve the we can improve our data accuracy through the trial and avoid the data avoid the post HOC error. Voice recognition and clinical documentation. Before I am saying itself, doctors should want to maintain their record personally. So that is also burden for the doctor. Why means they are attending so much person. One day they have 20 or 30%. They want to enter their records and document their record. So using this voice recognition is nothing but in Google, YouTube, you also know. If you simply speak means speak converted into text. Likewise, we doctor want to speak it is converted into text, and the text should be copied in the document, and that should be reported to the dashboard or concerned person. That is a voice recognition clinical documentation. During this voice recognition clinical documentation, we can achieve the time reduction 65%. Yes, there is no writing work, we can achieve. An accurate rate. Yes, sometime in medical term we can miss the term. While we doing in a voice recognition, we can achieve the accuracy rate also. Clinician satisfaction also. So due to they avoiding the burden of the clinician, they also be very free and happy about use of this voice recognition too. Integration with electronic health record. The integration with the electronic health data is nothing but data extraction. We are extracting data from the patient who existing. We are also extracting data, existing data. The existing data is nothing but we are extracting the health record data for their past history, past medical case and history, which will be very useful for our research. And data harmonization is nothing but machine learning algorithms, standardizing data format and standardizing their output, input, quality of the data. Here, quality validation is nothing but we are checking auto checking verification, versioning. This is the integration with the electronic health record. First of all, we are taking data extraction, data harmonization, and validating their data. This purely based upon the data quality. Why means the poor quality data will result to the poor result. So there is no use for the quality of the research done by in a effective manner. Due to this poor quality, that spoiled the whole research. Regulatory compliance and the AI tool. So while we using the AI tool, yesterday will be deeply see about FDA, EMA, ICH. We would want to compliance with the AI. We want to meet their target. We want to pre-certificate from the consent authority. Well, before we using the tool in trial. So main thing they want to consider is data security and privacy, because the data security is privacy is very important for the clinical trial. Ethical itself, we want to protect the data of the individual patient. So we maintaining the encryption, end-to-end encryption, and access control. Why we using access control means only the access person can access the concern management. Likewise, investigator can access only this database, and biostatistician access only this database. Due to this access control, the unauthorized manipulation should be avoided. So data access control is very useful. Comprehensive audit. We are giving auditing, log maintaining, correction, deletion, addition, alteration, likewise we are want to do. We want to in correct manner. So FTA asks log maintenance. Why means if we fail in log maintenance, we cannot get a faster approval. Regulatory standard under the concerned country law. In India, DPDP, Personal Protection Act 2020, in US have HPAA, in Europe have GDPR. Likewise, different countries have different data protection act. So we want to compel with their act. Validation requirement for AA system. This is a validation. While we before doing the implementing AA, we want to validate validate their requirement. So first validation is algorithm validation. Validation is nothing but you want to use the AA data in a dispersed manner. You in a dispersed population. Why means the DCT trails is mainly made up of more population. So we want to cover all the population characteristics, all the gender characteristics, all the age, all the sex, all the disease monitoring patterns. So you want to achieve the algorithm validation is very much important. So algorithm validation give achievement in diverse validation. When we achieve in algorithm validation, we can use in a scalability manner. Acceptance testing. Acceptance testing is when we using the AI, we want to use in a realistic trial scenario. Then alone we can know what are the drawback, how it helps the patient, what is the main thing that affect during the trial, what are the pros and cons we can achieve. User acceptance testing is very much important because the DCT is very useful by the patient alone. They are using throughout the study. So the user acceptance test is main thing. Performance monitoring. So you want to monitor the performance. After validation, you not come to the conclusion. Okay, the device is good. The performance monitoring is very different. Why means the performance monitoring alone, it will give the predictive analysis, predictive model of the trial. So performance monitoring we want to consider. Documentation review, whether it real-time validation is going on in a correct manner or any drawbacks. You want to monitor that. Implement strategy. Yes, we are saying in all the class the implement strategy. You want to start with pilot and expand with the control study and expand, and you want to start small. While doing the research, you start with a small space pilot study and expand to the next level. Immediately, you do not do the whole clinical trial in using AI. Why means it will give the drawback to our trial. So start within a small region and expand into the largest version. So that is the main thing. And if you want to give the user training, why means without user training you cannot achieve. We want to user and staff, we want to know the what is this, how can we use, how can we implement in trial. So that is. Then another one is iterative feedback. Iterative feedback is a feedback refining. So without refining we can achieve. Why means there is a error will be happen, trial and error. That is a trial. So trial and error will be happen. So every error we want to give the we want to refine our error and give the best to the trial. So the iterative feedback is very much important. Gradual expansion. So no, there is no immediate expansion. Gradually expand. Pilot next to followed by the control study, next to the complementary study, next to the whole study. Likewise, you go. You do not do the whole study in a AA. Training and change management is nothing but giving the comprehensive study using multimedia, online classes, workshop, training and real case scenery, training. Likewise, you want to give. And 24/7 technical support. While we using this digital biomarker, we want to give the 24/7 support to the concerned user and the staff user. So 24 technical support is needed. And continuous feedback. Using the feedback alone, user feedback alone, we can review and achieve what the user have any drawback, user have any problem. You can correct by using this feedback. And site champion. You want to select the own site champion who is act as a lead for the trial. They After selecting the site champion, they will assist the colleague. They will assist the colleague what want to do, what does not do. Likewise, they can achieve they can assist the colleague. Cost benefit analysis. Why means before yesterday class, we can see the lot of company investing in the DCT trade. So without return on investment, no company will invest. So we want to financially we want to also gain. Clinically we will gain when we give the good research, and also the company investing the money to conduct the trial. So they also financially gain in their field. So cost benefit analysis, using this we can reduce the monitoring cost, likewise site cost 35%, and achieve a faster patient procurement, and real-time validation data useful 25% achieve we can take, and 40% decrease in query rate. Query rate is very much important because a large query rate lead to the poor data management, poor expertise management, poor validation management. So your depending upon your query rate will show the achievement of the trial. So query rate also decrease, and improvement in patient retention. Using the DCT, patient are happily to participate their trial in remote. So there is no burden of travel burden likewise. So the patient have happily participate in their trial. So 50% they were patient retention also achieved. Then technology selection criteria. Technology selection criteria is nothing but vendor. We are selecting the vendor. While we selecting the vendor, we want to consider these are the things in a main thing. Why means the poor, if you select the wrong vendor means it will affect the study also and delay the process of our research. So we'll be selecting the vendor. First of all, you want to take consider scalability requirement. Scalability requirement is nothing but it will be used in a diverse manner. It will be whether it should be used in our expected target population. We want to take that scalability requirement, integrating capability. Why means these all the DCT should be integrated interoperability integration capability. So the integration is main thing. We are integrating app, wearable sensor, cloud storage, EHR. Likewise, we are integrating. So you want to analyze whether they have capability of integration. You want to identify, and regulatory compliance, whether they have decent achievement in regulatory compliance. They have a pre-certificate about their tool you want to achieve, and user experience design. You want to take the past history of the patient user review feedback after while selecting the vendor, and vendor support. Whether while we selecting the poor vendor support, poor customer support lead to the suffer the investigator and sponsor alone. Why means if anything, any problem, any query will be raised from our side means it will immediately resolve from the concerned vendor. If they have no poor of customer care service means it will drop back to our trail alone. They will they will get amount from us simply, but we alone suffer. So vendor support is main thing. Case study. Yesterday itself we can we see lot of study, the Pfizer, AstraZeneca, and Biogen. Likewise, here the small study of AA success. Here the recent phase 3 cardiovascular outcome trial implement the AA powered data capture tool. Across it takes place in 150 sites globally, and result 30% reduction in protocol deviation and 40% improvement data query resolution time. Here the achievement is 30% the reduction in protocol deviation and 45% improvement data quality. This landmark study demonstrates the AI tool in a large scale manner. Using this study give the way for the using of AI tool in the DCT trial. So implement of include telemedicine portal for the patient interaction and the intelligent dashboard for real-time overweight. So this is one of the case study. Then how achieved will be implementing the AI in trial. Key success factor. So executive sponsorship. So stronger leadership we want to need. Without strongest leader and stakeholder, we cannot achieve. Comprehensive training. Giving comprehensive training to the concerned patient and concerned training staff. So we want to achieve keep as a comprehensive training. And iterative improvement, nothing but refining again and again. We are refining, get the feedback from expertise committee and changing, and according to their feedback we are changing their management. Likewise, iterative improvement is very much important. Changing management is nothing but operational changes, SOP. Likewise, lesson learned. What are the lesson learned while we technical insight? So you want to, while we implementing the AI, you want to do the yearly planning. So you cannot start suddenly and you do the result will collapse the result. So yearly planning is very much important. And user interface design. So why it means the user alone using this tool throughout the study. So user interface design should also consider. Data migration strategy need careful. It means we are getting data from the different site, different country. So the migration strategy also carefully validate. And performance testing. So predictive model. Likewise, we want to run the performance testing while before we go to the full-fledged trial. So operation learning is nothing but we want to we want to appoint the site champion who will assist the colleague and gradual start from the pilot study and expand to the large manner. And regular communication maintained by the stockholder nothing but refine it is nothing but iterative movement or refinement movement, getting feedback mechanism. These are the things will achieve the decentralized trail in a technical insight and operational learning. This is the two eye of the single trail. Without this eye insight, we cannot achieve. So you also want to consider these two things. Future in AI model, we are now seeing the roadmap of AI. Now the AI enhanced in the national language process, we are deeply seized as transferring the unstructured data into structure. In 2015, we can get to the point of predictive analysis, identifying the disease pattern and avoiding the algorithm bias and identifying the safety concern. Likewise, we can achieve on that. And the digital biomarker. Digital biomarker is nothing but integration of database in an effective and corrective guidelines manner. That is a digital biomarker, wearable device, sensor, portable medical device. Likewise, autonomous trail is fully automated trail operation with minimum human intervention requirement. So, using autonomous trail, using AI driven travel, autonomous is other form of AI driven, we can achieve in 2027. This is the mind map of uh, timeline of the upcoming our future. Digital biomarker and continuous monitoring. Yes, wearable technology. Using the wearable technology, we can get the continuous data about, from the patient using physiology, mobility. Likewise, smartphone sensor. Smartphone sensor is nothing but app. Using the wearable sensor, it automatically their feeds are transferred into the app. Home monitoring device, using portable device in home, portable device, portable mat, portable patches. Likewise, you are using these kind of the things while running the clinical trial. Continuous data stream, using the real-time data stream, cloud storage, we are getting the continuous data. This is the digital biomarker and continuous monitoring. So main thing you want to consider wearable technology. Based upon wearable technology and a smartphone, we are getting the data and gathering the data, and we are comprehensively reviewing the patient. So precision medicine application nothing but likewise precision medicine is nothing is the is changing the concept of one size fit for all to the individual regimen, individual drug or dosage regimen. So in previous or previous following research have done to one size fit for all the approach. So due to this AI driven can give the way for personalized medicine. So different patients have different genetic abnormality, genetic their protein make their proteins, their genetic variation should be different. DNA and the RNA should be different. So using this adaptation of personalized medicine, we can achieve to the individual person perspective view of the medicine. So we can achieve the targeted medicine what are the targeted medicine for the targeted drug. Example, breast cancer patient have this targeted drug is very useful in a manner. Likewise, we are using challenges and limitation. Algorithm bias takes place. What is algorithm bias is while we doing the trial means the AI can give only taking the record of only male person allowed. They are missing the female person, which will lead to the algorithm bias. So we want to prompt we want to correct the in a starting manner itself. So it means if you find out in the last stage, it will be affect our study in selection bias. So algorithm bias will take place. Regularity and certainty. Some aspect why we getting approval is very difficult. So the regulatory uncertainty also takes place. Technical complexity. So the specialized expertise person want to do in our stakeholder collabing. Why I'm saying means without a AI knowledge person cannot do the AI research. There should be a knowledge about AI. Without AI knowledge, we cannot familiar with it. So familiar person we want. And data quality dependency. Why means this is very important. While we giving the poor input of the data, it will deliver the poor data alone. So your input should be in a effective manner and your input should be in a validate manner, real time, likewise real time validate manner. So while we gathering the data from the different side, different country, so data quality dependency is a very important. Here the addressing and implementing challenges, while algorithm, this is the example of algorithm bias, diverse training data accuracy. So we want to give the diverse training, all gender characteristics, male, female, likewise younger, elder, geriatric, likewise. Regular algorithm auditing process. Why means we want to maintain the log. That is main important for the regulatory aspect. Fairness mattering implementation is a feedback or quality matrix. We want to give the quality matrix every draft of the every screening of the trail. We want to give the quality metric. Based upon the quality matrix alone, we can develop, we can improve our matrix for upcoming schedule screening. Transparent decision making. While the AI make any decision means we want to give the XAA is nothing but explainable AI. We want to give the explanation why the AI made this decision, why it follow in this trial. So you want to give the transparent decision making process. Technical risk assessment is comprehensive validation protocol. Likewise, we want to validate the comprehensive validate technique. Why means AI give sometimes the AI give the impossible strategy to follow. So you want to validate their protocol. The validate protocol is nothing but if the AI used in one hospital, that hospital have high rate, while the AI using the same another hospital, they have some drawback. So you want to identify the what drawback should be happen while using other hospital. So that is a comprehensive validation protocol. Redundant system architecture consumer, we want backup. If any cyber attack, if any missing data is take place, means backup easily take the previous data, which will also do not affect our study. And regular performance check. We want to use, yes, likewise we want to give the monitoring performance rating and contingent planning procedure. So if AI can sometimes AI will make a fail. So what is the procedure? What is the SOP follow when the AI fail? When the AI have any error? So that is a contingency plan procedure. This is a quality assurance framework. Start from the regulatory oversight. We will compile with regulatory and independent validation. Nothing but we are evaluating our digital to the independent person, third person. For example, third person evaluation, continuous monitoring, real-time monitoring, user acceptance testing, whether their tools are user-friendly, and algorithm development to avoid the algorithm bias. We are developing the AI algorithm to identifying the risk for a very much used in predictive analytic method. Here, best practice for implementation. Start with clear objective. So, in our session itself, we clearly see about what is objective, what are the objective main takes place in clinical research. We previously see very detailedly seen in past class. So you want to set a clear and detailed objective and engage with stockholder yearly. So you want to give the pre-planning before executing. Pre-planning is very important. Prioritize the data quality. Why means data quality is important? Why means we are doing the research in large quantity data. So we first priority is the data quality. Plan for scalability, whether it should be achieved in this kind of population, whether it can be achievable. You want to plan for scalability and monitoring the performance continuously. You want to monitor the performance continuously. You cannot left in a single pace. So you want to monitor throughout the study. So after measuring that, success is 95% data competence target, 48% RSR should be time consume also takes place. User also 90% satisfaction. So your measuring success should be depend upon this scale matrix. So this using this scale matrix, we can achieve large manner. So while we doing the while we doing this, while we making best practice for implementation, this is the measuring of success. So return on invest, this is the difference between the traditional approach and AI enhanced. While we adapting the AI, the investment return on investment also high due to their reduction of side costs, reduce of patient dropout. So using this can also we can gain in a financial manner also. Recommendation for clinical operation team. Yeah, yesterday class today we detailedly see before we implementation, we want to know the readiness, access our current status of our organization, and develop the implement strategy using the stockholder collapse, and select the technology partner, likewise AI based technology partner, selection of vendor, and execute with the past rollout, start with the pilot, and move on with the expansion, not do one full-fledged trial, and monitor and optimization. This is the recommendation for clinical operation team. While building organization readiness, executive support is main myth. While strong leadership can run the trail throughout in a correct manner. So strong leadership we want to need, stockholder collaboration we need, clinician, pharmacologist, data biostatistician, operational worker, technical staff. Likewise, we want to need skill development. So the familiar AI knowledge person is very important because they will know about what the AI process, the what are the how the AI can be used in in a trial. So skill development is very much important. Otherwise, we want to develop the skill, give our development or give the training to the concerned staff or a person. Data governance. Why means we want to maintain the good quality of data throughout the study. What are the good quality data strategy we want to going to make? You want to take the consider, and cultural transformation is nothing but technological advancement. You do not stay in a traditional itself. What are the technology acknowledgement we have to implement the AI? What are the traditional they have we, in our organization compared to the AI? Here the conclusion of the transforming clinical research AA. So AA play major role and play a major tool while adapting the DCT trade. While means we are doing the remote means without digital technology support we cannot achieve. So AA or digital technology is a two pillar for the DCT trial. Here the next step and call to action. Evaluate your current state while we accessing or doing the DCT trial. First of all, self-evaluation is very much important. You want to self-evaluate yourself and enhance the technology partner. Who are the technology partner you have? Selection of vendor who have. You want to engage with the technology partnership for whether you, they will give the solution, they will give the idea to implement that and develop from pilot and expand into the gradually expand. So this is the need of next step and call to action. So while we begin the AI transform journey, you want to first of all contact or you want to expect, you want to get knowledge from the institute or anywhere. So Swag like Biotech is one of the institute. It will give the intensive, it will give the yeah, it will give the effective training models and class to know about what is AI, what is clinical research. So SWA like biotech play major role. If any student are watching this class, if you want to know more about AI or clinical research, you want to gain more knowledge, you can contact the SWA like biotech. through this you can get knowledge more, and it will also give the value order for your resume. So start with the self evaluation. First, you want to learn what is AI, how it impact your professional growth. So you take these are the things are in considered while we go to the clinical research side. So this is the class of AI implementation in clinical research. Today your class. So thank you for thank you for the patient listening this class. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Nice presentation. There are some
Thank you, ma'am.
questions from viewers.
Okay, ma'am.
First, how can AI improve the quality of patient reported outcomes by reducing reporting errors?
Why means while we doing in a manual means we will make a error. Why I'm saying means if you make wrongly we enter the BP value, instead of we are putting 100 we are putting 1000 in a wrong manner. So while we using AI means if you entering any irregular value, illogical value means it automatically not accept their value. So you can also achieve the real-time accuracy during the AI itself. And while we implementing the ePRO, in traditional PRO, there have a lengthy question which will make the patient distract. While we using the AI means using audio, visual animation, the FDA also allow this kind of the things while doing an AI. This will make the patient to interact between an interactive section, and they will get the knowledge. So using the AI can reduce the error. They can reduce the error by following this implementation.
Okay. Next question. Are there any specific therapeutic areas where image expert has
Ma'am,
shown the
ma'am,
most value in
your
improving
voice
trial
is,
efficiency?
ma'am, your voice is break, ma'am.
Okay.
Whether you saw the
Now I'm
question, ma'am.
audible.
Yeah, ma'am. Whether you saw the question in display means it will very
How does
useful. How?
okay. How does AI improve the reliability and accuracy data collected in the decentralized clinical trials compared to traditional methods?
Why means while we doing a traditional trial means we cannot validating the data in a daily basis or in a weekly basis. So there should be a post HOC error will be happen after we are submitting the existing data. It will give the drawback for our regulatory approval. Doing AA, it will give the data accuracy. It will check the report and validating immediately and in a daily manner. So it also reflected in the dashboard overview. So when we doing in a manual, there should be in a error will be happen. That is a human error. We cannot control that. So while we implementing the AA, we can achieve in a large manner.
Okay. It was a very informative session. You discussed about the data capturing by AI tools and how Swalife tools are utilized in data capturing.
Yeah, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity.